See. Okay, you're Jonathan? Welcome, Jonathan. Jonathan, if that microphone doesn't work, you can probably use that one and hold it in your hand. Yep.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, alright, they both work. I think I'll use this one. Ooh, those are for you. Just in case I don't finish, you know.
Speak loudly into the microphone.
Okay, so I'm ready. So, good afternoon. My name is Jonathan Fratz. I am an 8th grade student and student body president from Alexander Fleming Middle School, located in District 7. I am also a member of the Superintendent Student Advisory Council, but I am not here to speak on their behalf. I am here to only speak for myself and my fellow students with exceptional needs. Thank you for allowing me to speak before you today. I have autism and may fidget, so please have patience with me. I am a student with autism and have an IEP, an individualized education program. I also have a one-on-one on campus that supports me at school and in the classroom. Although I'm currently in general education classes, I have experience being in the special education classes. It is important to me that the voices of the students with disabilities be heard so that they can be included in the school community among their peers and receive the support and services that they need to be successful. I have come before you to respectfully make recommendations about how the district can best support students with disabilities in order to develop their abilities and reach their potential. First, I am here to request that social skills classes be available to all schools. As a student of autism, I understand that my brain is wired differently, which makes social communication difficult for me. I was fortunate that my school had a social skills class where I could work on my social skills. Social skills class is where I learned to develop my social skills so I can make friends and interact with my peers. So, skills such as these are very important for me to be able to do well in school. When my parents enrolled me in my homeschool, we were informed by other parents that my school was the only middle school in the local school district with a social skills class. It was offered as an elective and I thrived there. I made friends in my class and we practiced our social communication skills. Last year, without informing parents, our class was reduced to a homeroom class where we practiced our skills only 3 times a week. At the beginning of the school year, without notifying our parents beforehand, we became aware that the social skills program was removed. I am here before you to speak on behalf of myself and my fellow students who have benefited from the social skills program. Social skills are important, especially for middle and high school students. Making and keeping friends is a big motivator for students wanting to go to school and doing their best. This is one way the district can best support students with disabilities. Second, input from students with disabilities must be taken into account when making decisions. Student input is very important to me. According to IDEA, the IEP team includes, whenever appropriate, the child with a disability. Students with disabilities must be included as an equal member of the IEP team. They should help make decisions about their education to the best of their ability. It is my recommendation that training and resources be provided to students with disabilities so they can learn about IEPs and how this affects their education and future. Students with disabilities must be full equal members, need the training so that they can best help to make decisions about the IEP and their education. It is policy that a transition plan be created when a student turns 14 years of age. This transition plan states the assistance and what a student will need for their future transition from middle school to high school and to college and beyond. I'm currently planning for my transition meeting and I'm learning about how my IEP helps to support my needs at school. I'm here to respectfully request that students with special needs are well informed about the transition plan and that they know how to help plan for their future. Most students with special needs aren't well informed about their transition plans and just go along with what was planned for them. I have heard from my fellow students with IEPs that they do not understand what an IEP does or what it contains. Students with disabilities must be able to make informed decisions about their educations and their futures, that the district must provide them with the support and training that they need in order to do so. This is something that the district can do to best support students with disabilities. Lastly, inclusion in our schools is important. This can only be supported by general education teachers who understand the many needs of their students. It is my recommendation that the district provide mandatory professional development for teachers and staff on how best to support the students with disabilities. In 4th grade, I was assigned to a teacher, though did her best, she could not help me.
In what grade?
Fourth grade?
4th grade.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in 8th grade now, but this is like 4 years ago. So I spent the majority of 4th grade in the resource room studying by myself. When I would get in trouble for screaming or having a meltdown due to frustration and being overwhelmed, I would be sent into the resource room. I could hear my fellow students having fun working on other activities while I was alone. It was not a very good experience. My teacher needed help understanding my disability and how to best support me in the classroom. My experience is not uncommon among students with disabilities. I understand that making professional development mandatory is a decision that must be made of the teachers' union. I urge the district to reach out to the union and work together to address this issue. This is an additional way that the district can best support its students with disabilities. Students with disabilities, like myself, depend on the supports and services in their IEPs to participate in class to the best of their ability and to be among their peers. This helps to develop our abilities and our potential and impacts our futures. We have a lot of work to do, but I am hopeful that we will do what is best for all my fellow students with disabilities. With the voices of students with disabilities being taken into account, the district can make a meaningful impact on our education and our futures. Thank you.
Hold on there, Jonathan. How old are you?
13.
So, if we weren't closing down the consent decree, I'd offer you a job. That was a very, very, very good explanation of your rights and the rights of other students. And your understanding of the law and its requirements is very, very impressive. So what I would ask you to do is the presentation you just made written down?
Yes, we have.
We have a copy
Yes,
of it?
he gave us 3 copies.
Okay, I will talk to my colleagues, but I think I might include it in our final report because your recommendations are very, very good, and it's important that student voices be heard. So I deeply appreciate you being here, and notwithstanding whatever challenges you think you might have, I think you're going to do just fine. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Thank you.